Hello, guys. I hope you are okay and I hope you are well. Mata choke, like Mata Boko, as it stands now. I think, every Liverpool fan should be happy right now. If you're a Liverpool fan and you're not happy right now, I think, something is really, really wrong. Where are my guys? Where are my guys? Where are you guys? We need to dissect and digest some kind things happening right now in Liverpool Football Club. Oh boy, Isak to Liverpool, eating up already. As a matter of fact, I don't know, but I think this is the reason, you know, why Isak is not happy. Some days ago, I actually made it clear. I came here and I said that Alexander Isak and his camp, they are not happy at all whatsoever with Newcastle and Eddie Howe for blocking the transfer of Alexander Isak to Liverpool. But some persons actually thought, I was bluffing, and normal reasoning, you actually begin to ask, is it possible for Liverpool to actually get two strikers? Two top quality strikers. As a matter of fact, Alexander Isak and Hugo Ekitike. Is it possible? But I wouldn't answer that one for now first. But as it stands now, I know every Liverpool fan right now, we are looking towards Alexander Isak. And as a matter of fact, I think this will most likely be going down. Now, some days ago, I made it clear about Isak not happy and all that. And Newcastle have actually tried to actually keep this private for a very long time, but it's not going to work. And there is no way, not to disrespect Newcastle in any way whatsoever, but there is no way Newcastle will have a world-class striker like Alexander Isak, and Liverpool will come and Isak wouldn't want to leave the club. It's not possible. It's not possible whatsoever. And right now, we are actually seeing that, reported by Fabrizio Romano. He actually confirmed what I said some days ago. He said that Alexander Isak right now is not happy with Newcastle. Both the camp and Isak is not happy with Newcastle. They want out. As a matter of fact, I think this will actually, hit even harder than we thought, because when a player wants out, it's quite different. When a player wants out, the price drastically will go down. That's the truth. The price will go down. Like, that £120 million we actually, saw then Liverpool verbally said £120 million. But I think with Alexander Isak wanting to leave the club, I don't think Liverpool will pay £120 million should Liverpool venture into getting Alexander Isak. Also, Fabrizio also extended, by saying that if Liverpool sells Luis Diaz, which most likely Liverpool sell Luis Diaz have made it clear that he wants to leave England. I don't know why he wants to leave, but he said he wants to leave England, not necessarily Liverpool. He does not want to remain in England. So it means that if Liverpool finally succeed in selling Luis Diaz, it means that Alexander Isak will be our next target. And some persons have been clamoring for Rodrigo. See, like I keep saying, Liverpool will not be pushed to get a wide player for Rodrigo. We already have Rio Ngomoa, Rio, our small boy. And, it actually makes sense. This boy will be turning to 17 next month. So there is no way Rio Ngomoa will not be one of our, key player next season. Personally, I would pick him as a potential backup to Cody Gabo on that particular wide left. That's the truth. That is where I will actually place him, because I know right now that boy is good. But the truth of the matter is it possible to actually have Alexander Isak and Hugo Ekitike in one team? I don't know. But right now, I think I'm very happy getting the fact that this news is really, really coming out. And also remember, before Liverpool pushed for Hugo Ekitike, when Newcastle actually dropped 80 million euros, Liverpool immediately sent message to Newcastle if to actually get inquiry if Alexander Isak is for sale, and Newcastle said Isak is not for sale. Now, let's say hi if we sign Isak. Sure, if we sign Isak, there is no way we are not going to win the league. Even right now, we are going to win the league without Isak. I believe most of you saw the training section. Liverpool is a very big brand. As a matter of fact, reported about 23,000 persons were actually in, I think, Kaitai Sports park or so. I don't really remember that particular name of that sports park very well, but the fans were so massive that, you know, even the new signings, they were so amazed how big the club they have actually signed for. So right now, Isak most likely coming to Liverpool. I will tell you, I don't know, but I think this is the news that I've been hitting up, and it's very, very possible. It's very, very possible. Luis Diaz will leave. That is the truth. Darwin Núñez will leave. I think the only problem we have here is Darwin Núñez, because right now, no other suitors are coming for Darwin Núñez. In as much as some persons have actually believed that Darwin Núñez might improve, but the keyword there is might. Might. We have tested Darwin Núñez for, I think, 3 years or 2 years plus under 2 different managers, and he has failed. And some persons will say, you know, right now he's actually scoring goals. But remember, he's scoring goals against Preston North Ends and against Stoke City. So most likely he will leave the club. And if he leaves the club, I think that would be one of the big, well, I say big shift for Liverpool to even move for Alexander Isak. Because right now, there's no way we will have Hugo Ekitike, Darwin Núñez, and Alexander Isak. See, Premier League will even start. They will just carry the trophy and hand over to Liverpool. Before Premier League starts, they will just carry the trophy, hand to Liverpool, take. Every fan right now don't want the Premier League to start. That's the truth. They don't want the Premier League to start. So I say Rio as Gakpo. Yes, now it's very, very possible. Rio not as Gakpo's replacement, but as Gakpo's backup. Yes, Rio Ngomowa can actually, you know, step up. Come on, I believe. See, so many Liverpool fans don't really understand how, you know, Arne Slot actually wants to run Liverpool. Now, let me give instance of FC Barcelona. Barcelona, they are in serious trouble when it comes to finance. And that is the reason why Xavier Hernandez actually brought in Lamine Yamal, 15 years old, and placed him on the senior team. You get the check now. So their situation of being, you know, financially down actually helped Lamine Yamal to hit the limelight. Lamine Yamal was 15. Now Rio Ngomowa will be turning 20, will be turning 17 next month. I think 20 something or so. Next month, Rio Ngomowa will be turning 17, and most likely will be getting, you know, first professional contract from Liverpool. And you actually believe that he's not going to be a proper backup to Cody Gakpo on the wide left. If you actually watch this boy train, you understand that this boy can run past even 2 defenders at once. This boy is good, and I believe that, you know, he's very young. He can develop, and also you also understand one thing. Florian Wirtz can actually play as a wide left player very, very well, perfect, without pressure. Babafi played there very well. So we are not pressured in getting maybe Rodrigo, and I mean, I don't even like dealing with Real Madrid. That is the truth. I don't like Liverpool dealing with Real Madrid. They don't know how to do business. Every Liverpool fan should right now hate Real Madrid. That is the truth. But like I keep saying, Rio Ngomowa will most likely be a backup to Cody Gakpo on that wide left. Also, Hugo Ekitike. Like some persons don't really know Hugo Ekitike. Hugo Ekitike is very skillful and have, you know, lightning pace. Hugo Ekitike can play as a wide left player perfectly well. So if Luis Diaz leaves the club, there is no way we are going to be pressured to get a replacement for Luis Diaz. On that particular role, we are solid. What you will tell me is that, you know, if Liverpool moves for Rodrigo, most likely Rodrigo will be a potential replacement for, you know, Mo Salah, because he can actually cut from that right-hand wing. But as a replacement for Luis Diaz, I don't think it's going to be possible. Remember, Luis Diaz played as a striker, 9, for almost 80% of our match last season, because we never had, you know, a proper striker. We relied on Darwin Núñez, and Darwin Núñez failed us. Now, imagine we had a striker like Alexander Isak as our 9 last season. Without sentiment, Luis Diaz would have been benched for so long. The price would have been drastically dropped. That is the truth. So right now, remove sentiment. Assuming we had a proper 9, Luis Diaz last season wouldn't see even up to 10 matches, because you know that Arne Slot don't rotate squad. So right now, Luis Diaz leaving Liverpool will actually activate if Liverpool will move for Alexander Isak or not. But come on, what is Liverpool really cooking? Like, what are we cooking? Oh boy, what are we cooking? It's not really easy anyway. But one thing is clear, like I keep saying, I think Liverpool's major department right now to fortify will be the defensive department. That is what I think. I think right now we need to fortify that defensive department. Getting McGay will most likely be an additional, strength for Liverpool. But I don't think Liverpool are in a hurry to get McGay because Liverpool believe that they will give Ibu Konate a new contract. And from one of my sources yesterday, I think around 5 p.m., he said that Liverpool have given Ibrahim Konate a new contract around 5 p.m. yesterday, being Wednesday. So it means that Liverpool and Ibu Konate's camp right now, they are actually, negotiating if they will come to a mutual agreement. I don't know. But right now, Konate sees Liverpool as one of the best teams. If you watch some of his interview, I think that was one posted by Liverpool Facebook page. I think someone actually asked Ibu Konate something. He now said, "You play for Liverpool Football Club." You understand? Ibu Konate sees Liverpool even much more bigger than even Real Madrid. So I think all the speculation, all the news coming, Real Madrid for Ibu Konate and all that, I think these are just Mecca and Spanish media. That is the way they actually do their transfer tactics. They want pressure on you, want pressure on you, want pressure on you. Up till this extent, no person, no teammate, no family member, nobody close to Ibu Konate have actually gotten any news from Ibu Konate that he wants to leave the club. So all these speculations of Ibu Konate moving to Real Madrid, they are just rumors, and Ibu Konate will remain in Liverpool. Now, if Ibu Konate remains in Liverpool, it means that most likely we might not get McGay. That is the truth, because getting McGay will most likely make McGay to sit on the bench, and that is why he has, he's been skeptical about coming to Liverpool. I think first time Liverpool actually showed interest, he made it clear that he wants to be a starter. He don't see himself as a potential backup for Jura Kwanzaa. He wants to play in the World Cup next year. Right now, I think Ibrahim Konate sees himself as one of the best. So bringing McGay, I don't know how Arne Slot will actually do that. Unless maybe he will actually rotate them, and I know Arne Slot, he does not like rotating his team. So I think Liverpool will most likely go for a younger defender. That's the truth. Now, to make the whole thing so sweet, imagine Ibu Konate signing a new contract. Then McGay, let's say we get maybe Leone from Parma. I believe most of you already know Liverpool are linked to one Parma defender, Italian defender, one, I think Alessandro Leone, so I've forgotten his name. Now, imagine Liverpool gets a younger defender, or maybe gets two younger defenders and all that. Now, next season, if McGay still remains with Crystal Palace under his contract, he might actually come to Liverpool for free. And Liverpool welcome him with an open arm. That's the truth. So right now, I think Liverpool, we are cooking very well. Everything moving smooth. But the only issue here right now is I'm just trying to decipher how can Liverpool actually accommodate Alexander Isak and Hugo Ekitike in one team. I don't know, but I think Newcastle wanted to do that. And see, Newcastle fans, I don't know what's wrong with you guys. When Liverpool pushed for Hugo Ekitike, so many Newcastle fans were actually telling me that Newcastle played Liverpool into forcing Liverpool to go for Hugo Ekitike. I just wonder how they will be digesting the whole thing right now, knowing that Isak will most likely leave the club. I don't know, but I think right now Newcastle, they have moved for their preseason. I think they moved like 3 hours ago before record. By the time I'm recording this video, 3 hours ago or so, and Isak was not included. So right now, I think everything is clear. He wants to leave the club. The only question right now is, will Liverpool actually make a move? Because only Liverpool showed interest. And Liverpool said £120 million verbally, not official anyways. So I think that, with this news coming out right now that he wants to leave the club, I think if Liverpool wants to get Isak right now, Liverpool will get Isak somewhere close to maybe £90-something million or £100 million. It will not get to 140 last 120 million pounds or maybe 110, because when a player wants to leave the club, the price will come down. That's the truth. I think that that's what's going to happen. But anyways, I will actually know what to think about that one in the comment section. Now, this person said Hugo can play. Yes, Hugo can actually play as left wing forward. That is true. But I don't know if Arne Slot will trust him on that particular role. See that role, Cody Gakpo is Arne Slot boy. And no better player than Cody Gakpo on that wing. So I think, Liverpool prefer him. Maybe we can actually play different style, maybe different pattern, play with two strikers, what Eddie Howe wanted to do. Because I was actually surprised when Eddie Howe was moving for Hugo Ekitike when they already had Alexander Isak. Because come on, what did you know that so many managers play one striker and two wide players? So now, trying to get Hugo Ekitike to and Alexander Isak in one team, I don't know what they wanted to do, but I think maybe Liverpool actually wants to do that. Because remember, now this one is good. Remember, before all these sagas, news came out that Liverpool wants Alexander Isak and Victor Osimhen together. Yes, I remember I reported that it was clear that Liverpool wanted these two strikers, but back then it was not actually making sense, because come on, how would you want Alexander Isak and Victor Osimhen in the same team? So, but right now, every Liverpool fan, we are just happy that I don't know. All I will just tell you is better days ahead, good days ahead. As a Liverpool fan, I think this is the best time that I've actually experienced, any massive transfer window. All my time supporting Liverpool Football Club. I don't know, but if you ask me, like I was actually discussing with one of my friends some days ago, he said, what did Arne Slot actually give to Liverpool board to make them spend so much right now? If you ask me, I will tell you I don't know. But the truth of the matter is, personally, I think that I think Jurgen Klopp don't like spending money. I think that is what I can actually tell you. He does not like spending money. That is the truth. Because assuming Jurgen Klopp wanted to spend money, I think Liverpool would have backed him up. You get, but that is what I can actually tell you. Because back then we keep saying Liverpool, they are stingy and all that and all that and all that. We're seen as one of the poorest team, even when we are not. And right now, many fans are complaining that we spend a lot, and we spend a lot and spend a lot. But they actually forgot the fact that we actually generated about 80 something million euros selling our bench players. We sold Kelleher, I think, for 21 million euros. We sold Joao Kwanzaa about 41 million euros. We got 10.6 million euros from Trent Alexander-Arnold to Real Madrid, and we also sold. Was this our defender's name? We sold him for 4 million euros. So I think roughly 80 something million euros. So only selling our bench can comfortably afford, Hugo Ekitike. So I think we are solid and I think we are good. Right now, more players will actually leave the club. That's the truth. Some players that have lined up, to leave the club. Harvey Elliott, most likely to leave the club. Ben Doak, most likely to leave the club. Ben Doak have really, really impressed in the trainings in our preseason. Ben Doak, very fierce. So Ben Doak, Liverpool value Ben Doak somewhere close to 30 million pounds. Liverpool value Elliott somewhere close to 45 million pounds if you add a buyback clause. But without a buyback clause, Liverpool value him somewhere close to 55 million pounds. Also, Luis Diaz will leave the club. Darwin Núñez will leave the club. And all these players were going to generate enough funds. So I think we are solid and we are good. Get. Anyways, as a Liverpool fan, just get one thing at the back of your mind. Liverpool might not actually get Alexander Isak. Forget all this hyper speculation. But everything is hitting right now because only Liverpool have made that attempt to get Isak. No other team. Before Liverpool moved for Hugo Ekitike, Fabrizio Romano, he posted that Liverpool will move for Hugo Ekitike if Liverpool have the strong backing that Isak is not for sale. Now, all of a sudden, within a few hours, personally, when I saw that news, I was not comfortable because that was, similar to what happened with Lavia and Caicedo when we were, bidding for Lavia and all that. All of a sudden, we moved for Caicedo, and Lavia felt disrespected back then when we battled with Chelsea for Lavia and Caicedo. So I was not feeling all right about that particular news. If Isak is unavailable, then we can now move for Hugo Ekitike. So I don't know. Then after a few hours, Liverpool pushed for Hugo Ekitike and signed Hugo Ekitike within a space of 2 days. Like Liverpool had to rush, get Hugo Ekitike within a space of 2 days. So I don't know if Liverpool actually, make another bid or make official bid for Alexander Isak. But if Isak is for sale, believe me, Liverpool right now will not push. Liverpool will not be in a hurry to get Isak. Liverpool will take their time because, come on, how many clubs can actually bring somewhere close to 120 million pounds? How many clubs? Aside Real Madrid, I don't think any club now will bring 120 million pounds. Aside, unless maybe you want to tell me Saudi Arabia, Al Hilal, Al-Nassr and all that. But aside Real Madrid, right now, that can actually cover that kind of money, I don't see any team, including Arsenal, including Manchester United, including Chelsea. I don't see any team that will bring 120 million pounds right now for a striker. No team. And that is why Isak was angry, because Newcastle blocked him from moving to Liverpool, and Liverpool went on getting another striker. So they will be at mercy of Liverpool. Isak right now will be at mercy of Liverpool, and he will keep praying that Liverpool should make a move, because if Liverpool does not make a move, I think he will most likely remain in Newcastle. He will be forced to remain in Newcastle, and that would be a massive blow and massive disaster. Anyways, I think I'll be signing out, now, and let me know what you think about this in the comment section, and you will never walk alone.